Do you love the satisfaction of shooting still, but hate having to be so far away in order to be safe? Don't risk your safety and do something dangerous. Do it right. You get the same look as shooting still, but you shoot safely up close. Made with 100% recycled materials, so even the hippies are happy.
Even with thick boy cartridges like 308, there's almost no hole at all. It's very tiny. And on the backside, you almost see nothing. Wow! And look, with just a little bit more white spray paint, good as new! Now you're ready to shoot again!
Here's how you can order yours now! Infinity targets are made from recycled materials, so hippies, don't be mad. Please do not lick or eat the paint chips off the target or any lead balding that may be on the target, as it is toxic. We are not responsible for any stupidity that occurs while using Infinity targets.
Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about the Infinity Defense Infinity Target Gen 2. Now, full disclosure, Infinity Defense did send me this target to check out and review. And to be honest, before our interaction, I had no idea these even existed. And I tell you what, I am extremely impressed with these. And you know, they didn't give me any kind of talking points or anything like that. Everything I'm going to talk about today is going to be from my experience filming today. And from what I read off of the sell link, sell page for this particular target. Now, these targets, they're made out of recycled material. I'm not exactly sure what they're made out of, but my time in the auto industry leads me to believe that they're made out of recycled tires. It smells like a tire. It smells like a brand new tire. It really, you know, brings back PTSD of working in a shop. But anyways, I was actually impressed with these. They're relatively light. Now the cool thing with these targets is they ship them with clamps, so you can clamp them to your normal target boards that you have for your paper targets. I went ahead and I made this cheap little, you know, PVC, 1-inch PVC rack, and then just screwed it in with some self-drilling screws, which works just fine. The reason I wanted to do this is because I can take it completely down a lot easier than I could a wooden stand or anything, or a metal stand. So I went ahead and did that. But the target itself is actually rather interesting. So it's advertised as being able to handle 110 shots per square inch. And I imagine that's probably about the time in which, you know, there's got so many shots in such a small area that it just breaks apart and there's just nothing holding it together. But you see, with all the shooting I did today, I mean, most of all this center mass here, I got quite a few in a small area here, and you know, it's holding up perfectly good. Now, they had recommended that I use, they gave me some recommendations for types of paint to use. Let me see. I went to my local O'Reilly's and I bought this Krylon Color Max paint and primer. I figured this was going to stick a little bit better. If I could have found white filler primer, I probably would have used that instead, but I couldn't find it. But as you can see, and it works pretty good. It's not quite a match for the target, but it does, you know, cover pretty good. Now, what's neat about this is when you do shoot, the paint flakes off, and it leaves a nice solid black target mark, so you can see exactly where you hit. Even when I had it out and I was shooting with the bolt guns and the Set Me See, I was able to clearly see through my scope where I was hitting on the target. So that's actually a really good plus, because sometimes with paper targets, even if you got the type of paper target that's supposed to do something very similar to this, it can still be hard to see at range sometimes. But with this, it is very, very clear. The paint flakes off and boom, it shows you that that black mark. Now, the actual shots themselves, it's kind of interesting because I shot this with 5.56, 9mm, and 308. That's all I brought out to the range today. But I can't tell what holes were which. I've got like one larger hole that's open up right here in the center, and I think that's because I got a bunch of hits real close together, and it probably broke up. Now, it's not all the way through, just kind of concave right there a little bit. But all the other ones, they're like almost pinhole size holes that you see that actually passes through. So it's, you know, that's kind of crazy. I would have thought even a 9mm was going to make a bigger hole, but it seems like when this stuff punches through, it stretches out and then boom, stretches right back in. And they call it self-healing, but you know, that's just kind of how rubber works. But I think it's really interesting. Now if we look at the back, generally with targets, the back has got the most damage, and you can see, I mean, yeah, you can see where some rubber's been blown out. But overall, I mean, it's still very usable. So that's interesting. And then I imagine if you use like a good filler primer, something that's really thick and really fills in holes, you probably won't even notice these at all. So, you know, they're made to take quite a bit of, you know, licking, you know, and keep on ticking. But, you know, it's interesting, you know, how that works. Now, these are running about $130 right now. And I am going to have a link in the description down below. And it's going to be my affiliate website link. So if you can go ahead and go use that link if you're interested in buying this target, that's going to help out the channel and help me keep bringing content like this. I got a lot of things in the works. We're finally monetized as far as the channel goes, so I've got to try to stay on the good side of the YouTube algorithmics and all the people there. So last I checked, I had officially made $8.60 rolling in the dough. But the plan is, with what I got going forward, I have some affiliates that I'm working with. I actually have a whole bunch of affiliates, so I'm going to start doing out products with affiliate links. So every time you use one of those links, it helps me out. You know, that puts a little bit of money in my pocket so I can keep supporting the channel and coming out here and making good content. I do have, fingers crossed, I am in the works of actually working with an actual sponsor. I'm not going to give any names out yet until it's official, but fingers crossed. It's a company that they carry pretty much everything that I could possibly need for the channel. So fingers crossed. If that gets set in stone, I'm going to be letting y'all know, and then that's going to be the official sponsor of Texas Outdoors and More. So fingers crossed that that works out and we can get that working. But as far as that, I'm trying to set up a website right now. I am planning on starting some merch here, hopefully in the future, near future, give or take. It's probably going to start small, patches, hats. That's really going to be about it, what I'm going to start with. But then I'm going to have a list of all my affiliates, and then I'll have discount codes, hopefully, for all my viewers. So you'll be able to go through and get a discount code for a website that I'm affiliated with for a company, and then you'll be able to go there, get a discount on the product that you want to buy, and help support the channel at the same time. So that's going to be really great. I can't wait to do that. But anyways, that's it pretty much for today for the Infinity Target. I highly recommend these, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of, like, you know, practice shooting, and you don't want to be wasting paper targets. Yeah, sure, this is more expensive than a paper target, but if you look at the cost of target packs, this kind of is actually a pretty decent deal. If you look at the same price for a pack of silhouette targets like this, you're going to be spending about a quarter or a half of this for a really good target pack. So, and then you can reuse this for quite a bit longer. I'm going to start having this exact target on the channel, and then what I'll do is when I finally get a major failure, I'm going to go ahead and come back and do a update on the target, and we'll see how long it takes and to get that failure, and I can guesstimate on how many rounds. I don't know, I'm not counting, but you know, we'll see. But anyways, guys, if you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, share, do all that good shit to help the channel out. And comment if you have any questions about this target or anything that I show on the channel. And if you want to go to Patreon and try to support us there, I got the account open. I haven't gotten any traction with it, so I don't really care. But anyways, everything else is going great as far as everything. I'm kind of moving forward. So hopefully I won't need Patreon soon. And I'll be able to be supported completely by the companies I'm working with and you guys, the viewers, through the monetization program. As long as I stay on the good side of the YouTubes. Fingers crossed. But anyways, guys, y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time.